Yeah. Hey y'all, it's your girl Anna, and as you can see, we are back with another live stream co-streaming Summer Game Fest 2022. The PC Gamer Presents PC Gaming Show is going to start in less than 2 minutes, as you can see on screen. So, yeah, hopefully we're going to see some really good stuff here. I'm hoping to see Day 9. I love Sean Fly. So I'm hoping to see him. He usually is the one of the hosts for these events. So I'm really excited to see what they have in store with Sean Fly, and if they're going to do, because it was last year they did the Max, right? I think it was last year they did the Max. But yeah, what PC stuff in general are y'all excited to see? I really have no clue. Like, we've seen so many games already from all the other showcases. But yeah, I'm hoping to see some new interesting PC only and probably some more indie titles as well. And maybe some good new peripherals. I always like looking at new hardware and peripherals. So hopefully we see some good stuff there. But yeah, we're under a minute to go for the PC. Oh, it's Sean Plot. I can't hear him.
Get ready because the 2022 PC Gaming Show kicks off in just a few
It's
moments.
Sean.
We got dozens of new games, trailers, exclusive interviews, which means there's only one thing left to do.
Only one thing?
Countdown time.
Countdown?
See you in a sec.
It's countdown time, baby. I'm not counting down from 30. I will open my monster, though. And there we go. We have Sean Plot. Got us some nice, what are we drinking today? Zero Ultra. Get your Mountain Dew and Doritos ready. Actually, I wish I had Doritos. I am so hungry. I could definitely use a snack. But yeah, it's time. Let's go. Okay, we got some water cooling going. That's an AMD processor. That's a Threadripper with 8 sticks of RAM.
Hey everyone, welcome
It's
to
Sean.
the PC Gaming Show 2022. I'm Day 9 still, one of your hosts, joined again by the amazing Mika Burton.
Mika, she was here last year as well.
Unreal Engine renders. We are here in the flesh, as is the hardware, bringing you the best and brightest in the world of PC gaming.
Over the next 2 hours, we are going to
Did they take over Gamers Nexus's workshop? It looks like Gamers Nexus.
exclusive interviews and a few surprises along the way. And you, the folks at home, might even be able to win yourself.
As always, let me know if I need to adjust the audio.
And now you may remember the last time you saw me on this show, things ended quite literally explosively.
Explosively.
There was a robot who tried to destroy the human race, electrocuted me. I think I died.
Definitely died.
I
Definitely
went,
died.
Not really sure. It was standard robot apocalyptic stuff, just minus the overbearing anime dad and existential crises.
Yeah, well, actually, what happened to DevBot? Anyway, wasn't he supposed to come back for this show for
Yeah.
like, Revenge of the DevBot?
DevBot.
Well, he's dead.
Oh.
We melted him down to try to make our own graphics cards since they're still hard to find. And
I
I
see.
would say he's in a better place, but I played Cyberpunk 2077 and he's not.
Ooh, that's pretty dark for the start of the show.
Or nostalgic.
Aw.
But none of that matters because the show actually took place in a parallel reality.
All right, so you're telling me there's actually a multiverse?
According to the writers who told me this 5 minutes before we went live, I am saying there's a multiverse.
All right.
We're now apparently
Wonderful.
on Earth 3, which
Ooh.
is not to be confused with E3 because this show is still happening.
Oh, we are so thrilled to be back as a part of this weekend full of celebrations.
I
of
feel like
gaming,
I'm just gonna be
identity
laughing a
spotlight,
lot.
and something
I love
near
these
and dear to our
guys.
hearts. PC gaming.
And so, without any further ado, it's time for my favorite part.
Rated M for mature.
Rated M for mature.
I won't leave you. You're not a monster.
Huh? Modus Games presents. What is this? Oh, she's cool.
Subjugated by chaos.
Replay Game Studios.
Endless droves of horrors trespass into the world.
Do I need to turn it up? I feel like I need to turn it up.
Okay. The solstice of souls. Something's coming.
No idea what this game is, but I like the art design.
Between death
Donka.
and transcendence, a chimera chooses death.
Oh, I feel like we've seen a trailer for this before. I'm remembering the big sword and the ghost. got some music.
May the judge have mercy on your souls.
This is very over the top. I'm excited. What is this?
You're here with me.
I always will be.
As long as we are together, we're not going down.
I like these main characters. I mean, it's mostly cutscenes.
Another monster. They shall have one.
Oh.
You must resist it.
She's Morbin, y'all. She's Morbin. Solstice. Okay, Solstice. Good way to start it off. And it comes out in September. And it's on PS5. Yes, I'm playing it on PS5. There is an early PC demo, though. Meow. Clean. Okay, a new cute multiplayer battle game. Getting some Castle Clasher vibes. This looks pretty cute. Rutwood. Okay, early access win. That's a question mark. Tactical. Breach. Wizards. Cute safe house. It's Mama's place. She's at bingo. Okay. I'm already excited for this. Tactical shooting wizards. Tactical wizards with guns. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it looks... Okay, you gotta rewind. That's nice. Chasing a multi-million... Uh-huh. I'm loving the vibes of this game. I'm assuming there's multiplayer or a tower defense. Like, huh. Oh, and there's dialogue choices too. Okay, PC Gaming Show is starting off with 2 bangers. Okay, yeah. I'm excited. What's this game? Tactical Breach Wizards.
You just saw Tactical Breach Wizards,
I
a
need
turn-based game of
to go
sorcery and
wishlist
SWAT
that
team strategy
right
from
now.
the makers of Gunpoint and Heat Signature. My strategy, personally, is very simple. Breach, bang, clear, magic missile, dramatic flourish, abra, cadaver. Get it? Cadaver.
Ooh, and I'm going to
Dead
request access to the play
Next,
test
we have
as
a
well.
solution to the age-old problem of not having time to read and play video games. Just do both at the same time, obviously. Star Wars Industries has you covered with their sci-fi thriller inspired by Stanislaw Lem's novel, The Invincible. So here's your first look at the first ever gameplay footage.
Show me. World premiere. What we got?
You. What have you done?
Where are you taking me?
You came here yourself. So what are you expecting, huh?
You've set up a field camp down there.
Yes, ma'am.
So I didn't expect you to have a second one here.
Really?
Sit here and don't you dare.
I like the mic sitting in your field of view.
What are you doing here?
You're not gonna like this part.
First gameplay showcase. Okay, so they make a point to obstruct your view. Your helmet inside of this vehicle, your mic. Is this gonna be like point and click type adventure?
The radiation level is growing rapidly. It's starting to get interesting.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that, Doctor.
Broken elevator. So they're climbing with the sticks, like each movement, I mean. It's a little dark in that cave.
I located the mobile antimatter cannon.
What?
Another one? How many of those did they... Is it active?
Dead.
Just an antimatter cannon, that's all.
Admire your composure.
Wait, someone's here. Astrogator, they're dead.
So you found someone. Unfortunately, such unpleasant discoveries are indispensable to the mission.
I didn't let that thought get to me. I was counting on this meeting very much. At worst, it could have been another abandoned place.
That looks like
but
they
not this.
burrowed in there. Unless it was their antimatter cannon. Shot a
That's a
hole.
good question.
Actually, that makes sense. It was the antimatter cannons that shot these holes. Because they're so perfect.
I'm getting into the recorder. What do we have here? Uh-huh. They made their way through with a beam of antimatter.
I knew it.
How subtle. Did you locate this passage?
I'm looking at it now. They pierced a hole several meters in diameter and several dozen meters long.
Yasna, do you hear me?
Yes. My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Can you continue?
Yes. I'm better now. Actually, there's nothing here that I haven't seen before. There are a lot of metal bushes that were near our camp.
Metal bushes.
The lower parts of the bushes are, how to put it, fruitless.
Fruitless.
So they came to pick the fruits.
What kind of fruit do you get from a metal bush?
This robot looks like it has started its task and got stuck.
What task?
This is one of the robots carrying containers with research material. It took the container, but never left that place.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles using the same path.
Map updated.
The robot's gone.
You must have broken his loop.
But I didn't.
No, he must have done something. Never mind. Follow it.
Where's this little robot going? Oh, that antimatter tank is moving.
It's getting up.
What, a robot?
No! Antimat!
Come on, Yasna. Run. Hide.
That's not good.
Yasna, are you alive?
Yes, it's fucked up the robot.
What's it doing now?
Looking at me.
Take care of our people, Novik.
Interesting. Seems like a
It's time
game
to take
Sean
a
would like.
pit stop at the nearest dungeon to prove that chivalry isn't dead. And if you think I emphasize those words weirdly, you're right. And it'll all make sense momentarily when you see these next 4 games, especially when you hear from our friends at Tripwire Interactive. Roll that beautiful footage.
You?
Sega?
You
Amplitude?
don't have what it takes. You'll be back here too scared to try again.
This sounds familiar.
The dungeon will turn you into lunch meat. Unless you're way tougher than you look. We got the guns.
I feel like
the turrets. The upgrades. But what you really need is guts and skill.
Guts.
Grab your posse and say your
Oh, I think we saw this one last year as well. Endless Dungeon. First run.
Be the first to play. To die. To give your feedback.
Give your feedback, please. Yeah, I think they showed this off last year. I'd be willing to try this
You
out.
have what it takes.
If you got controller support, I'll play your game. Endless Dungeon. And we got a new racing sim.
Welcome to F1 Manager 2022.
Oh, F1
the
Manager.
ultimate F1 simulation. Putting
Okay.
you in the position of team principal at one of the 10 current F1 teams, battling it out for a chance to be the next world champion. Choose your team and drive every decision that leads to you making your mark on the grid, and hopefully the podium. Winning championships depends on your ability to make the right calls on and
Pretty
off
sure
the
they
track.
did. We might have been in a
During
call
races,
together
you'll
when it dropped. I
mastermind
think
strategy,
so. Like,
plan
it sounds
tactics for each
familiar.
driver,
And
make
welcome back,
changes on the
Strong.
fly when
Did you see the first 2 trailers? The first 2
Issue driver
trailers are
call-outs, such as instructing them to attack or defend, manage their tire
Really
wear
good.
and battery usage, or even to avoid battling a team.
What
All
were
while
they?
reacting
It
to
was
dynamic events like race
Tactical
incidents,
Breach
fluctuating
Wizards
weather and track conditions.
and Solstice.
Between race weekends, you'll control
Both those
every detail
games
of your
look
team from
right
your
up my
state-of-the-art
alley. Those look
headquarters.
so good.
Hire best
F1 Manager,
across your aerodynamics and
probably
engineering teams
not
and put them to the
up
task
my
to
alley.
develop your car and prepare new parts for upcoming races.
I mean, it reminds me a lot of some
Optimal
other
finance is to keep
games.
board happy, improve and maintain your
Like, I
facilities,
can definitely
and
see people
scout
enjoying
talent
this.
from F2 and F3 to try
I
and
don't
ensure
care enough
future
about
success.
F1 to care about this
They say
game, though,
knowledge is
sadly.
power, and keeping a close eye on a plethora of realistic data
Yeah, you saw
will
them.
give you the edge.
Cool deal.
From the
I want
finer
to play
details
Tactical
of how
Breach
car parts affect
Wizards.
overall performance, to a track's expected grip level, to the
I want
condition
to play
of
it so
your wind
bad.
tunnel.
I
How you analyze the data and choose to spend your resources
sign
will
up
make
for-
or break your progress. You'll find depth and detail in abundance.
I think I
down to
signed up for
real-world
the
team radio
play
messages
test
between
for
drivers and
Tactical
engineers, and race
Breach
commentary from
Wizards.
David Croft and Karun Chandok. While broadcast-style presentation showcases 2022's striking
Yeah.
new
I
car
requested
design
access
with
to the
real trackside
playtest
and
for
onboard
Tactical Breach
cameras.
Wizards.
The
I'd
sleek
definitely
management
play
menus and
that.
intuitive
Oh, I
controls
see it.
will
You have
drive
it
the
wish list too.
immersive F1 fantasy
Cool
home
deal.
as you plan and execute the perfect strategy in F1 Manager 2022. Pre-order the digital version now for early access from August 25th.
Hey everyone, after 1 year of Chivalry 2, we've more than
Chivalry
doubled the size of
2.
the game, and now we're excited to bring even more knights onto the battlefield. Because today, right now, Chivalry 2 is out on Steam with crossplay between all platforms.
Wait, has crossplay?
This is our biggest update to the game yet, and it brings players to an all-new desert theater of war, and best of all, brings us horses into Chivalry 2
Horses?
in mounted combat. We want to thank our community for making the game this
Was
success
Chivalry
it's
2
been so far.
one of those
If you haven't
games
played
that
it
said,
yet, now is the
we're
best
not
time to
putting,
check out
you know,
Chivalry 2.
characters in
Take a look at our
because
new trailer
blah?
that shows off the new
In which
update and
case, I don't
Snowsian
care.
Invasion.
I think it was one of those games. Or was that Mordhau?
Rebellion is at an end. The Agapians flee to their stronghold in the north. This land is mine. Now Denosia rises from the south. Kill them all! Throw the dogs back into the desert.
That sounds like a female voice. Is there a female character now?
Forces will crash and break against
Did they
the
add female characters? Drink water, y'all.
If the wall falls, we must retaliate. Ready the ships! Long has Senosha remained safe from my fury. No more. They dare.
I hear horsings. I see horsings.
Their city will fall. Their people will bleed. Their knowledge will burn. My reign will never end.
Let's see. Yeah, I see it on Steam.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil from Sweet Bandits, live from Quebec City. Really glad to be here today for the
Deceive
PC Gaming
Inc.
Show. We'll be showing the first trailer for our game, Deceive Inc. It's a multiplayer competitive spy game where you get to use social stealth, high-tech gadgets, and powerful spy abilities to try and get the upper hand. We've had the chance of working with Tripwire Presents on the project, so this is only the beginning. Please follow us on social media at Play Deceive Inc. to learn more. We'll be releasing
I feel
the
like
game
I've seen
in early
this.
2023 on PC, Xbox Series S.
I
and
feel like
X,
I've
and
seen the
PS5.
trailer for this game
Thank
before.
you so much, and let's enjoy the trailer.
Good afternoon, agents. Your mission is simple. Infiltrate the frozen coral underwater hotel and retrieve the blueprint of a powerful weapon. As you know, Deceive Inc.'s company policy is to deploy multiple agents to ensure the mission's success. But only one will get the paycheck. Do whatever it takes, agent, and be careful out there.
Yeah, they showed this one last year. I like these fun multiplayer deception games.
And they thought it was secure. In the end, I am victorious.
They're really not gonna make it easy for me. Gotcha.
Is that it?
Right on target.
Nice.
Outskilled and outgunned.
It can't end like this.
No one's ever gonna play this game like this, though. They're just gonna kill
Moving to
everyone.
rendezvous point. All done. Really?
Nice.
Mission complete.
I mean, I like the prop hunt type games. This puts a few more levels to it. I'll wishlist this. It's got a cute art style. I like the art style.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever have a reoccurring dream that you really wish would come true? I mean, mine personally involves a flight of unicorns and a Valkyrie army on Pegasuses, but you know, yours may be different, but you know, somehow I doubt it.
That's a pretty
This
cool
year,
dream.
We've partnered with the PC builders at iBuyPower to bring a very different dream to life. My dream PC room. Unfortunately, there's bad news for me. I don't get to keep it. But very good news for one of you. We're going to be giving the entire contents of this room away to a lucky winner watching the show. So let's dive in and see what's up for grabs. The beating heart of any PC gaming dream room is, of course, the rig. So
Why does it have to be iBuyPower?
as you can see, the mad geniuses at iBuyPower
Why aren't your
have
fans
built
spinning?
an absolute doozy. The first thing you'll notice is that height Y60 case with its wraparound tempered glass panels. This thing is built from the ground up to display the sickest PC tech you can squeeze.
That really
into
isn't a
desktop
bad
machine.
case.
And let's face it, if you've managed to bag a serious graphics card in these dry times, you owe it to the silicon gods to show it off properly. Okay, the case and lighting looks dope, but for this to be a true dream PC, we need more than just state-of-the-art drip. Luckily, the substance matches
I remember
the
there was
style.
issues
So let's check out the guts
with
of our
mounting
dream
your
PC, and
GPU in
trust
this
me,
case,
there's
though.
plenty of power crammed in. The big question, though, is what pixel pusher iBuyPower has used, and you won't be disappointed with an overclocked RTX 3090 from Gigabyte, right? This 24GB monster of a GPU packs the cooling to stay chill and the power to smash through any game you throw at it. The graphics card is the rig's MVP, but any superstar needs some dope backup. And the fastest gaming CPU around, the Intel 5.5 GHz Core i9 12900KS with 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM and 2 terabytes of seriously fast SSD storage, both from ADATA, makes up the perfect support team. Whew, that is a whole lot of PC. But Mika, you may greedily wonder,
how do I win it?
Peripherals? Well, animal lovers,
no, I want to know how to win it.
Because the Height Eclipse wireless headset comes in plush vegan leather trim with a 30-hour battery life and competition-grade 2.4 gigahertz connection. And you noisy typers are going to love the clicky-clacky mechanical keyboard that comes with it. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
The keyboard looks
RGB?
gross.
Well, of course! The keyboard and mouse both light up
like I see like fingerprints and dust all over these peripherals.
Yeah, you can turn it off, so you
I
can
mean,
actually get
I guess it means people are testing it.
You can find out more about this gear feature today over at iBuyPower.com, but I know what you really want to know. The info on how to win this beastly setup.
Please tell me how to win it.
Details.
Thanks, Mika. Yes, folks, it couldn't be easier to enter our Dream PC giveaway. For your chance, just head over to PCGamer.com.
Oh yeah, Mika's cool, and Sean Plot's here as well, Aldi. Look, Aldi, you should sign up for this. Get you that's actually a really good computer.
Monitors as well as the eligibility rules.
But yeah, I like
Good luck,
Mika.
gamers.
That is right. Just head over to PCGamer.com/DreamPC for your chance to win. But for now, let's get back to the games. From Kepler Interactive and A44 Games comes Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, an action RPG from the team behind Action.
We saw Flintlock in the last stream. Oh, you think it's only an A only? Oh. Are we going to get the same trailer as the last stream? At least this one's in better quality, because they understand how to stream.
No one yet knows if you can kill a god. I, for one, intend to find out.
Is this the same trailer? I think it's the same trailer we just saw. I like, and I said before, I like the design, I like the monsters, I like the cute little pets, but like the gameplay itself looked very boring. Okay, it is a new video. We're seeing more gameplay. Okay, it looks like it's got your typical Ubisoft open world clear camps. There's the Chocobo. I was saying in the last stream, LD, I feel like this is, because it was part of the Xbox stream, and I was like, is this Xbox trying to take on Forspoken? Is it going to show her petting her little friend again? Or sitting next to her little friend? The little guy is cute.
Hey PC Gaming Show. I'm Derek Bradley, the CEO of A44 Games and creative director of Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Flintlock is set in a world ruled by old gods, and so as humanity, you now have the power of black powder and bombs and flintlock rifles to finally overthrow the gods and take the world back. You'll play as Nor, a Blackstream sapper, one of the elite explosives experts of the Coalition forces. Nor herself has a personal vendetta against the gods and will stop at nothing to get her revenge. But you won't be going it alone. Where Nor brings firepower, her fox-like companion Inky brings magic to the battlefield.
Inky?
You will have to
That's
master
a
a combination of axe combat and gunplay, while your companion Inky uses his magical powers to disrupt enemies. We can't wait to show you more of Flintlock before it's released next year.
I hope you
Get
show
over to
more
our
before it's
socials for more
released,
info.
because
And don't forget
I want to be
listen us
excited
now
about the
on Steam
gameplay,
and
and
Epic
I'm
Game
not
Store.
excited about it
Have a
yet.
great show.
Drink water,
Coming up
nyall.
next, a mysterious new sci-fi game from 11-Bit Studios, the creators of This War of Mine. Hear all about it in our exclusive interview.
The
We'll also
altars?
show you what's next for Outriders from Square Enix and People Can Fly. Plus, if you look back on high school and think, you know, those 4 years would have been better
Demon
if I was fighting
school.
literal demons, you're definitely going to want to study up on our next world-exclusive independent game inspired
Okay,
by the
Demon
Persona
School,
series.
just art
Choke
style
your
looks
emotions now,
interesting.
because there is so much more PC gaming show coming your way. Before we go, the folks at Compass Data Centers have a little quiz for you. How much higher is 5G's data capacity compared to current 4G networks? Scan this QR code and answer the question for a chance to win $500 worth of stuff from Razer, or visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com. Okay, now back to the PC gaming show.
Ready to game the system? Meet Mana.
Mana?
You achieve. You win. So should your bank account, because your power shouldn't stop when the game does. Mana is the best gaming rewards.
Get into debt, gamers!
By paying and playing, and get rewarded with the things you actually want, like that skin you can't wait to show off.
Do it, gamers. Get into debt.
So why pay any other way?
Get those
Pay with Mana.
microtransactions. Buy those loot boxes.
Mana. Game the system.
Game the
So I know what you're
system.
thinking,
Game
and
the
answer is
gamers.
yes. It's time to talk about The Alters, the brand new game from 11-Bit Studios.
Sean
The
Plott.
Warsaw-based studio made us cry in this war of mine, make difficult
Oh, I
choices
played
in the
this
face of
War is
climate
Mine.
apocalypse in Frostpunk, and battle encroaching corruption in Children of Morta.
I didn't play Children of
The
Morta,
Alters
but I
sent
did
us
play
to the deepest,
Frostpunk.
darkest reaches of space, in a survival story that is guaranteed to give you an existential crisis, in a good way.
In a good
This
way.
is a really big moment for this year's show. I can't wait. Let's take a look.
But I don't know how much of that is like acting, but if Sean's actually excited about a game, he usually has good opinions. I mean, Frostpunk was good. I played I played the other game as well. I had a lot of choices. Nice looking sleeping robe. Looks comfy. Oh, are they like clones? Oh. They're all you. Okay. I'm already interested. I know nothing, but I'm interested. They cloned the... No. It looks like they're all clones of the same person. In general. Like they're being... alters. Because it looked like a... maybe like a Halo ring. Maybe it's a recolonization, but why are they all using the same person?
Joining us now to talk about what we just saw all the way from Poland is Tomasz Kasilewicz of
Add to
11-Bit
the wish
Studios.
list.
Welcome to the PC Gaming Show, and thanks so much.
It's
for joining
listed
us.
as similar to
Thank you so
Planet
much. Hello.
Crafter and Surviving
Okay,
Mars
there's a
Elving.
lot to unpack there. We got clones, we got this huge wheel. Tell us, what did we just see?
Yes,
Well,
please.
first of all, these guys were not exactly the clones. We saw Jan, our main character,
Drink water, Nyall.
who's traveling with a group of the Alters, who are the alternative versions of the same person. And they are going through this distant alien planet in their mobile base, which was the wheel you saw at the end.
So what's the player's goal as they're progressing through the story?
So you are a space builder stranded on this distant planet, and your goal is to survive and find a way back home. But the thing is, in order
when you have
to
money
do so,
again, you'll be able to buy
you
new
need to
games.
create those altars, as each one of them have different set of skills and character traits. So these are things necessary for your survival and finding a way back home.
So from the trailer, tonally this could be a horror, a thriller, a mystery. What should players expect?
Actually, there are bits of everything you mentioned. Like, there is this mystery as we're looking deep into the soul of the character, but what you find there can also be pretty scary. So there are those beats of psychological horror and drama, but then on top of it we have this quite thick layer of surreality. I mean, how surreal would it be to one day, you know, wake up next to a little different alternative version of your very self?
Now, there's a quote that you shared with me earlier, that man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor.
That's a good quote.
So this quote, it relates directly to the main theme of our game. We as people, we are shaping ourselves every single day with every single decision that we are making. This process, the whole process of becoming who we are, it can be quite painful at times. But in our game, Yun, the main character, he has this unique possibility of not only shaping himself, but also reshaping himself and numerous times with every single altar that he is creating.
Do you see this as more of a classic sci-fi story, something like a Ray Bradbury work, or is it something more contemporary?
Well, it is very classic sci-fi in a way that we are taking a relatable topic and we are using the sci-fi theme, we are using the sci-fi setting to look at it through the magnifying lenses. But then when we're choosing the tools, this is a very contemporary game and we're taking advantage of what video games are as a medium. So we're using tools like systematic design and non-linearity in order to put the players in the middle of the experience and in the end allow them to create their own stories inside the game.
I wanted to ask a little bit about the relationship of your previous titles to the altars, whether there's any narrative or themes or even just influence that those games had on this one.
Well, the altars is purely 100% our game, 11-bit Studios game.
I know this is scripted,
in line with our
but this is so much better than all the other interviews we've seen
we hope that it will
throughout
make
the
you
gaming
think
show.
Even after you stop playing it. This War of Mine was this first huge milestone. It paved the way for all the future titles. And with Frostpunk, it was taken to another level with the strong focus on the emergent narrative. And now with the altars, we want to follow that path, but we also really want to push the boundaries even further and expand on how we approach meaningful topics inside the design of our games.
Yeah, I've already wished-listed
the
it.
whole team at 11-bit Studios for joining us this year. And while I try to find enough Rapidium to make it through day 1 to 8, let's head on over to Mika Burton and keep things rolling like a massive space station.
Thanks, Day 9. Honestly, I need to look into getting myself cloned so I can make time to play all of these awesome games we've seen so far. But I'm also legitimately worried about having to eventually fight my clone in single hand-to-hand combat when they steal my life, making me wonder if I was the clone all along. Is it really worth it for video game? Yeah,
it's worth it. It's worth it.
Anyway, that's a problem for future Mika. Present Mika is much more interested in what you all have been saying about the show so far. So keep letting us know your thoughts by using hashtag PC Gaming Show on all platforms. Now, let's get back to the real reason all here. Cloning. I mean video games.
Cloning.
Video games.
We're here for cloning, please. Rated M. Oh, it's Outriders. This is like the 3rd or 4th time we've seen Outriders trailer. I've been seeing this trailer like for the past 5 days. Say 5 days, 4 days, 4 days. Outriders is fun. Maybe one day we'll step back in and try that again. Try out the new content. I'm sure there's been a ton of balancing in the game since we played. Oh, it's pushing crafting. I feel like we've seen this game too. Oh, yeah, it's like DLC. Or just a big update. That's some good haggling you did there. What? You were cute. Oh, it's leaving early access.
Sure,
okay, that is some nice
when
news.
Tiny Build lets you open your own medieval potion shop, you get hailed as a master alchemist. But when I do it, I get a sternly worded letter from my landlord about how my cauldron violates our lease agreement. Whatever, it's his loss. But more importantly, folks, we promise you the maximum amount of games humanly possible, and we aim to deliver quite literally.
Look how a little dog goes. And a giant mole. A giant mole is on the lease. Okay, yeah. I haven't seen anything for this game in a while. It looks like it's grown a lot since the last time I looked at it. Nitro Kid. Those are guns, my dude. Oh, is this like a tactical kung fu game? Oh, it's a roguelike card builder? Maybe? Okay, this looks like it could be fun. I like roguelike card deck builder games. And it's got tactical combat. Nitro Kid. Play the demo. Well, let's see. Nitro Kid. Nitro Kid.
Before your eyes lies the Celestial Islands, a world of peace above the clouds, protected by 4 great houses.
I see cards. What kind of game is this one? Is it another deck builder? It's another deck builder. It's going on the list. What is it? Maho Kenshi? Maho Kenshi. It is on the wish list.
Planet Earth, our beautiful home. To protect it, we must reach out to explore the unknown. Our team
An oil rig,
constantly
Aldi.
probing the deep sea in a struggle against the yoke of overregulation. These security
What?
and defense innovations allow you to shrink any problem down to size.
This isn't Metal Gear at all.
Forward, obliterating the enemies of progress, but we refuse to let these victories go to our heads. We are the future. We are Ozine.
I think I'll pass on that one.
And now it's time to give you an exclusive briefing on what's next for one of PC gaming's titans of modding, simulation, and scale, Arma 4.
Arma
Last
4?
month, developer Bohemia Interactive kicked things off by releasing Arma Reforger.
I
on
saw
Steam
Arma
in early
Reforger.
access. This playable prototype will be a foundation
Jack Frags did a
And with it
video
available
on
on
it.
Steam now, we have a ton of questions about the future of Arma. I mean, after all, this is the series that helped birth the survival genre through DayZ. Oh, and also this other little niche genre you may have heard of called Battle Royale. To help us peer into the
all
future
from
for this
Arma,
project,
baby.
we've got none other than Bohemia Interactive. Thank you so much for joining us. So as of right now, Arma Reforger has been out for about a month. What is it that you've been learning or seeing from players?
At first, we've learned that players like Reforger a lot and they appreciate the work we've put into it. We also realized they like modding a lot and they review this as a key quality of our
I don't
games.
feel like that's new stuff you've
We are
learned.
very pleased
You
by
knew
the
this about your
reactions of
players
both our
already.
community and the new players who immediately started flooding internet with videos, playthroughs, and praise of our new technology. So we are very glad that the reception was so good.
So there's no doubt players who have been longtime fans of the franchise stepping into Arma Reforger, and I'm curious, what were some of the big challenges of rebuilding that specific Arma feel from the ground up in this brand new engine?
Well, it's a very tricky subject because even internally it's an ongoing kind of fight. So I'm myself very much on the very purist side of things. So no HUD, no safe games, no superficial helpers, and this fight can get very intense even in-house. So I'm the real Arma purist and I'm on this for 25 years now, so I will keep fighting, but obviously this is part of the fun. So there's always never-ending battle. I think 2 years ago we really struggled to keep it Arma and even internally preserve our own standards. So do it our own way rather than replicating what's maybe normal in other games, because our goal is not to make the same game as all other games. So our goal is to remain unique.
I'm curious if you can speak to what the main goals of Reforger is, because it's a little unusual compared to other releases. I mean, for instance, how much content should a player expect if, say, they've been playing Arma 3 for years?
Our goals were, of course, to restart the series from technological standpoint, really make room for some new achievements, utilize the technology which is state of the art, both in terms of how it looks like, how it's controlled, how it can be modded.
It's important to understand it may look as a kind of normal game on the surface, but there's a big system behind it. So just the tool suite is a massive tool suite, never tested by a large public. So it's a premiere of a tool suite. And these tools are being built for nearly 5 years now. So we really need users to start using them to keep improving and continue building it.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have one quick question from the Arma fans. Has Russia's invasion of Ukraine impacted your approach to Arma 4 and Arma Reforger, a game that depicts the Cold War?
Well, yes, because it's extremely close to us. We even live in a way very nearby, so definitely. On the other hand, we started work on this many years ago, so the direction was set before. But we always approach conflicts and armed conflicts with a great level of respect. We're still at the beginning, but we definitely would like to continue in our exploring this serious theme.
Arma, as I see it, has always been a bit more of a anti-war game. It's an entertainment product. That's fair thing to admit. On the other hand, given the topic, given our, let's say, maturity and long time we've spent on it, and our ambition to portray it as a whole very complex and gritty thing, I would like us to contribute by not just entertaining people, but also educating them on the subject. This was the whole point of starting the cooperation with the International Committee of the Red Cross, and I believe we have great potential, big responsibility in this era, and a very important chance to contribute at least a little bit to the good side of things.
This would not be an interview about Arma unless we were asking about modding. I mean, so many amazing games and genres came from Arma mods, so I gotta know what's possible in Reforger that wasn't possible in the past.
Now with this technology, it's possible to create entirely different things, like entirely different games. It has so many variables, but the beauty now is that much more of it is user accessible, unlike the previous games. so people can easily digest how this is constructed in our Workbench tools. So unlike previously where it was more hard-coded in the C++ engine, so now they can check the data of every single element of the game and go much deeper than in previous games.
That's
so
actually really cool.
Will be super exciting.
Now, I wanted to ask a little bit about performance, because anyone who's played Arma knows that it can get really challenging to get a good frame rate in those massive multiplayer matches. So I'm curious, what expectations should players have about performance leading into Arma 4?
Arma 3 was built on foundations laid down in times of single core and no GPUs
mods
basically.
too.
So this time much more computations and intensive rendering things can be done directly on GPU, but it required completely a new approach.
Again, we are in the beginning and we know that there are problems, there are difficulties.
I used to play so many Arma mods back in the day.
Really gathering community feedback and
like
even our
10
own
years ago I was
feedback,
playing
so we are moving things forward. And
some
it's about
good bit of Arma
optimization.
mods.
It's not that much about FPS, but also for like network traffic, for instance. When you have this massive multiplayer game, it's a huge challenge. Server performance, of course, and all the technical things. So we are moving forward.
Thank you so much again, Bohemia Interactive, for giving us the inside scoop on both Arma Reforger and Arma 4. Now, you don't go anywhere, because here is what's around the corner.
What's around the corner,
Just
Sean?
around the corner in the PC Gaming Show, prepare to experience terror ranging from the subaqueous to the subconscious with the latest from Shiro Games. Hold on to your butts because front-end development spared no expense on the new Jurassic World Evolution 2 expansion, and get your crowbars ready for Half-Life Alyx Levitation, a special project from some very talented modders. Modders.
Mods for Half-Life Alyx.
While we're here, quick geography question. Which parts of the world use the most bandwidth for gaming? Answer this question for the folks at Compass Data Centers, and it could
No
win you
Compass.
a $500
I'm not
Razer
giving you
gift
my
card.
information.
Scan the QR code on the screen to enter.
Last year, Shiro Games debuted War Tales at the PC Gaming Show, but the publisher has a lot more than its medieval sandbox RPG on the way. Up next, we'll hear what's up with Shiro's slate of projects, and stick around for the debut of two completely new games, Decarnation and Abyssals.
Abyssals?
Hey everyone, thank you very much for the invitation, Mika. I'm James, and I can't wait to show you everything that we've got prepared for you today. So it's been a crazy couple of months for everyone here at Shiro Games, with Dune Spice Wars marking the most successful release in the history of the company.
Oh, they made Dune Spice Wars. Okay.
But today, let's look at Dune Spice Wars multiplayer mode. Up to 4 players can go head-to-head and free-for-all, 2v2, all work together in co-op against AI opponents. We're introducing new synergy systems between factions that will open a vast number of strategies to help you crush your opponents. Multiplayer will be available in Dune Spice Wars very soon.
Okay, in June. Okay. The single player was kind of it wasn't really RTS. It's closer to like maybe Tribes and Midgard.
Shortly after the events of the first campaign, Ragnarok has decimated the
Tribes?
lands of Northgard.
Not Tribes. Northgard.
Long-standing alliances have been broken. Violence and betrayal now plague the
because it's the same company.
Forced to depart what they once called home, our heroes arrive on unknown shores and find themselves confronted by unfamiliar faces in a dangerous new realm.
Yeah, because I like this game. Dune was kind of
expansion arrives this winter.
I don't think Dune was as good as Northgard.
And for all of our War Tales players out there, Cooperative is finally coming to our open world tactical RPG. You share food, gold, and camp with your friends.
Oh.
You can split up to cover more grounds. Before every fight, devise the perfect strategy to overcome any threats that may stand in your way. But be careful in your approach, as one wrong move may lead to your group's demise. The co-op update will allow you to play between 2 to 4 players.
Oh,
and
that's
it will be available
cool.
this summer.
That looks interesting. So the War Tales cooperative update.
So a few months ago, we announced Shiro Unlimited, a new publishing label created by indies for indies, and we are very proud to announce 2 new titles coming from the Shiro Unlimited family.
Shiro Unlimited. Let's see these new indie games.
It seemed like our last chance to start again, to escape Earth's devastation.
We used our limited resources to lay the foundations of a new life.
This is like surviving Mars, but underwater.
Strange new planet.
Right, Aldi? It looks like surviving Mars underwater.
we realized it was not the dream world we had hoped for.
When faced against the darkness of the abyss, we found ourselves helpless.
Lost.
Yeah.
Isolated.
So Abyssals. I'll put that on the wish list. Abyssals. What the heck is this? What? This is a nightmare game? This is kind of creepy. A little psychological horror. Decarnation. That looks interesting.
Thank you very much for sticking with us, everyone. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, I'll put that on the wish list. That looks spooky.
You just saw why you were exactly right to be afraid of the ocean in Abyssals. And you confronted your inner demons in the retro dream horror of Decarnation. Next up, how do you rebuild a city in a world set after the collapse of civilization? Let's find out how by taking a look at I Am Future from Tiny Build.
I Am Future? Thought it was gonna be like Timberborn or something. Last chance to leave Earth. You're a burb. Maybe you're not a burb. Are we the worm? Don't hit the right button. Uh-oh.
Warning. Hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days.
Did we really go to sleep with cucumbers on our eyes?
Your new home.
Worms.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
I like his voice actor. I Am Future, another crafting survival game, I'm assuming. I want the burb. Oh no! What? What happened to the burb?
Our forefathers conquered Calderia.
Calderia?
And bestowed it upon us, a new generation, to share or spar over.
Our great houses seek to obtain the Emperor's favor, cultivating our lands and subjects to improve and enrich the realm, beginning with ourselves, of course.
Is this like Crusader Kings?
Can be secured through
A
strength
Crusader Kings type game?
as well as delicacy.
Will you be able to build your legacy of power?
It looks like Crusader Kings, but just the story portion.
And now, for these next trailers, it's true. They do move in herds.
Oh, Jurassic Park.
The thought process is simple. God creates dinosaurs, God destroys dinosaurs, man destroys God. Man creates video games to play with dinosaurs. But just be warned that one of these trailers might come as a bit of a shock to the system.
Really? Are we getting like not a park simulator Jurassic Park game? I mean, for a park simulator, the Jurassic World games are actually pretty good. At least they look good. I know they're popular. I haven't played them because I didn't want to play a park simulator, sadly. But I really like dinosaurs and Jurassic Park. I used to read all the books. Likely mature.
Gamer.
PC gamer.
Interfacing with computers for their own entertainment. The very notion disgusts me.
Look upon my works, foul creatures,
and weep at its magnificence. It is a beautiful day on Citadel Station. Humanity is on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new god. Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? You are an insect. You are nothing. I create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and steel into perfection.
This looks interesting. Another shooter, but another psychological horror in a space station. We're only getting 1 million of these this year and next year. I like the old school Metal Gear map on the bottom left.
These are my avenging angels, and they will have retribution.
What is this? System Shock?
What an incredible and frankly horrifying trailer. Developed by Night Dive Studio, System Shock is the return of a beloved
I was going to say, is this a reboot?
Saga. Today, to take us even further inside the world of System Shock, I am thrilled to welcome the one and only Warren Spector. Thanks so much for joining us, Warren.
Yeah, so this is a System Shock reboot.
In terms of trying to translate the experience of a game from 1994, 3 decades later to now, what doesn't carry over well?
The first thing is the graphics, obviously. We did the best we could.
There's so many listings of System Shock on Steam.
It was pretty primitive back then. And the other one is the user interface. If you look at when the game opened, the original, a help screen that came up, and it filled the entire screen with text. It's just insane. I don't know how the guys at Night Dive did it. It's amazing. But frankly, as I think back on it,
is it a remake or a reboot?
Holds up pretty well. I'm excited to see it come back.
Just wondering if you think many modern gamers are aware
fully
of
fledged
the
remake of
impact
the original.
that System Shock has had in terms of gameplay systems, in terms of narrative structure, on so many games that came after it.
I'm not sure people see the influence, which is a little unfortunate. But I think the rest of the world is going to get the chance now to experience it. And I think they'll see not just that they're having fun playing this game, but also see that other games followed in its footsteps.
Nowadays, we walk around with computers in our pockets. We're worried about the evil of algorithms. How do you think about a character like Shodan in 2022?
Shodan seems far too close to reality to me right now. And let's just hope that she doesn't show up as nasty a form as she did back in 1994.
Well, Warren, I wanted to thank you so much for joining us. And I want to let you know I cannot wait to return back to that world I played and enjoyed so much as a kid. Cheers.
Yeah, I can't wait to return to that world. I've forgotten
right?
Basically, fans know way more about the game than I do now, so it'll be a new experience for me too.
Thank you so much again, Warren Spector, for joining us to talk all things System Shock. I personally can't wait for the game to come out, though. It might completely ruin my sleep schedule, but before I spiral further, here are some more games to cram into your eyeballs.
More games. The Forge.
Every generation has upheld the solemn promise of our forefathers that the rise of Titan would forever
That's some cool looking ships.
We seek nothing from the solar system but a lasting amity of reason and justice. To see a war under any pretext would bring ruin.
Is this like an endless space game?
Any victory achieved through
that deepest expression of human unreason would be as devastating as defeat. We have
Drink water, Nyall.
a singular purpose: to establish peace and security for all mankind.
My bot's drowning me.
War between Mars and Titan devastated our solar system. Lead the survivors to Demaret, where you will continue Falling Frontier's storyline campaign in orbit
So,
of an
Falling Frontier? Says it's an RTS. I'm up for it. We already saw trailers for this game. Falling Frontier. This is like Super People or something. What was the name of this game? It's like Super... Yeah, it's Super People. I'm willing to try this one out. For a second, I thought it was Rogue Company. But I wasn't too big of a fan of Rogue Company when it first came out into testing. I'm willing to give Super People a try.
All right, gamers, good work. You've made it here
Gamers.
to a site of grace, or a bonfire, or a sculptor's idol, or a lamp. Make sure you're staying hydrated.
Just so you know,
replenish your potions.
he's
and most
making all
importantly,
these
keep letting us
Souls-like
know what games you're
references
excited about using
because he's been
hashtag
playing
PC
Elden
Gaming
Ring
Show.
constantly for
Personally,
months now.
I can't wait to play in the altars. Oh, good. Now we're all rested up, feeling good. It's time to enjoy a slice of that lovely cyberpunk life, courtesy of Nivalis.
That
and
wasn't a long
experience
enough
the investigative
break,
horror
Sean.
of immortality. The latest
My
from the
bot's
mind
drowning
of
me.
Sam Barlow.
We're an hour in. Cyberpunk type game.
I believe we have a short clip here. Do you want to tell us what we're about to see?
Well, I don't want to spoil things too much.
Oh, okay.
Does this work as a confession?
Oh, is this a point and click? Oh, we just got that new. Was it a Korean game we got recently? Where you play through all the cameras and do like point and click adventure and solve a big detective mystery.
Now it's worth more.
Did you ever read his diary?
Interesting. I'm mortality.
We can take a break. We should take a break. No.
Can we take a break? The bot's drowning me. Cyberpunk game. I just saw Hollow World on the bottom right. 5 of 5 games.
Time to wake up. We got customers waiting. What do you mean you don't know where to start? Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables around. We can make this place shine again.
It's a cyberpunk restaurant
We
simulator.
can grow some veg in the greenhouse. Once we start making real money, well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown.
Hey, it's like we have a million games like this. Now it's just
Customers
cyberpunk.
are rude, just turn on the old charm. Or water down their drinks. I'm not your conscience. This is a world to explore, to make stories. Your stories. You ever look up at the clouds and wonder what's up there? Well, if you dream big enough, maybe you'll find out. Maybe we all will. Welcome to Nivalis.
Welcome to Nivalis. That's interesting.
Hi, I'm Marco.
And I'm Roman.
At Ironlands, we are big fans of cyberpunk fiction and games, but we have our own ideas of what a cyberpunk world can be. This is the game in which you manage your restaurant, bar,
I need to
nightclub,
run to the bathroom real quick. The bot's drowning me. I'll be back soon.
Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for the environments. We spend lots of time creating a unique atmosphere with high levels of detail and dynamic elements.
We are excited about the cyberpunk world we're making, and we can't wait to see the choices you'll make and how you'll choose to live your life when you come visit us in Nivalis. You can wishlist Nivalis now on Steam and the Epic Game Store.
Mana is the gaming rewards debit card that puts the power back in the hands of players. So with every quest you complete and every purchase you make, you're earning for the rewards you actually want. We make it easy for you to set up and start. Just sync your favorite games to your Mana account and start earning real-life rewards the next time you play. So why pay any other way? Pay with Mana. Pay with power. Mana. Game the system.
Get ready to overclock your eyeballs, because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with 3 Chrome tabs open.
Oh no, it's the game I was interested in. Oh, the art style looks really good. Did I miss something cool? This looks cool. Is this game turning out to be cool? Please tell me. Oh, it's tactical combat as well. And a combo system. Okay. Oh, I need to, there we go. I need to hide that. Okay, this looks cool. I want to play this. Did we get a name on this game yet? I definitely want to play this. This looks amazing. Oh, he attacked with the brain. Demon School? Okay. Demon School. That's going on the wish list. 2023.
You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer Isbrid Games.
Welsh?
Now, it's time to take a bit of a spooky transition.
Spooky?
If you're at home, turn on all the lights in the room. Make sure the salt circle is unbroken, and check to see that your door is properly painted with sacrificial lamb's blood, because things are about to get certifiably terrifying. Let's look at the H.R. Giger-inspired biopunk horror, Scorn.
Oh, it's Scorn. I didn't find this game scary, though. It's just
grisly
body horror.
Of macabre perception. Greetings. I'm your host, Doug Bradley, and I invite you to join me as we explore Scorn's mesmerizing labyrinth of odd forms and somber tapestries.
I feel like I'd rather just watch Prometheus or something.
You awake in the middle of a desolate hellscape filled with biomechanical contraptions, part flesh, part machine. An industrial civilization now lying in decay and ruin. A hidden fauna sleeps within the underbelly of the world, wanting nothing more than to be left undisturbed. Scorn has been carefully crafted with great attention to detail. Everything is focused on building a specific atmosphere. From a unique organic ecosystem to an unsettling soundscape created by Ethek and Lustmord. Scorn has no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress.
Does this really make it a horror game, though?
Shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the twisted world of Scorn. The team at Ebb Software can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn firsthand this October. Are you prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror?
Once again, I don't view this as horror. It's just just kind of gross, right?
Now, while I've been delightedly playing Dune Spice Wars, harvesting melange, and trying to figure out how to pronounce Kwisatz Haderach, it doesn't matter, I'm equally ready to turn hordes of Tyranids into a Jackson Pollock painting in Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. In this brutal third-person shooter,
2.
we once again step into the oversized power armor of Titus, an elite Primaris Space Marine in a galaxy immersed in a never-ending war. To take us further inside the grimdark, I am joined by Tim Willits and Oliver Hall.
Every time we turn around, it's another Warhammer game.
2. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for
How
having
many
us.
Warhammer games did we get in the last 5 years? Not even 5 years, last 3 years. I think we're up to like 20 Warhammer games in the last 3 years.
That is a good question. I bet many people did not know that the original Doom guy was actually a Space Marine, inspired by an even older Space Marine, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines. So, you know, it's really exciting for me to work on Space Marine 2, you know, because it's a great franchise, and I know that it's inspired so many other video games throughout the last 25, 30 years.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much lore to sift through. And I think this brings us to talk a little bit about the new Space Marine that you're going to get to play, a Primaris Space Marine. Oliver, talk to us a little bit about Captain Titus and what makes this class of Space Marine different from the others in the universe.
So the Space Marine is a brainchild of the Emperor, the kind of leader of this of humanity in the grimdark future. He saw the dangers that the universe presented, and he created a super soldier from his own DNA. And each of these different factions, these different chapters, have different genetic traits of the Emperor. But what makes the Primaris different is that a guy named Belisarius Korn, the Emperor's kind of chief scientist, went back, did some digging in the old data, and found a way to enhance the qualities that a Space Marine has by installing new devices, new kind of bio implants in their body. So now these guys are 2.5 meter tall monsters capable of destroying anything in their path.
It's reminding me of the 1,000 times I have rewatched the Astartes animation.
That's amazing.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting that we now get to be in that position to play that kind of character. And in the trailer, we saw a lot of Tyranids. Are they the main enemy that you're going to be against? And if so, what makes them such a compelling foe?
In this particular game, the Tyranids are the main focus.
I mean,
and
Tyranids
what makes
are
them
cool.
compelling is that they are extragalactic locust-like creatures. They've come in from goodness knows where. They spread like wildfire. They devour everything in their path, and they leave nothing in their wake.
So one of the great things about the Tyranids is they come in the thousands. And our proprietary engine, the Saber Swarm engine, can deliver these epic battles. Now we will have thousands of Tyranids, and you will rip and tear through them all.
I mean, that is so thrilling, because this is the sort of thing that
Rip
older
and
games
tear,
really
rip and
hope to
tear.
do. And you're talking a little bit about combat. I know that some of the previous entries were more melee focused. What's the combat like in Space Marine 2?
So the combat in Space Marine 2 is a mix of in-your-face melee combat, along with some really cool over-the-top weapons. So, you know, we looked at, you know, the original Space Marine game, where it had a lot of this push-forward combat, which has inspired many other video games, but that never stop, never take cover combat is integral to Space Marine 2, along with, you know, these really cool, powerful weapons. So you're either tearing up enemies in front of you, or you're blowing them away from the back of the battlefield. It's the best of both worlds.
I mean, that sounds so terrific. And I mean, I know you guys are huge fans of the 40K lore, so I'm curious about, in working on this project, what's been the most fun seeing come together? I mean, what's Saber Interactive focusing on right now?
Right at the beginning of the project, Tim and I went to the Warhammer Museum, which was an incredible experience. And you go around all these cabinets where these incredible miniatures that have been painted by these masters are arranged in these dioramas. You find yourself kind of crouching down and looking into the ranks of Space Marines that are facing Tyranids or Orcs or whatever. And something that Tim and I said at that moment was, we need to make this come alive. I don't want to look at this, I want to be inside this. I want to be gunning down Tyranids.
I want to be inside this,
so
I see.
Seeing that actually happen and come alive has been thrilling.
Am I going to feel like the characters in the Astartes animation? Because if so, then I'm buying the game immediately.
Even more so, when you're wielding one of those massive weapons and you're faced with 1,000 Tyranids who all want to eat you alive, and you're just letting rip and you can see shell casings bursting out of these massive weapons one after another. The sound, the gameplay, the way it feels is all designed to make you feel like the most powerful warrior in the universe.
Well, perfect. That answers everything. Thank you so much.
That
Tim
answers
and
everything.
Of
course it does,
I
Sean.
can't wait. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S soon. Now next, we have a few more surprises for you up the sleeves of our proverbial power armor. First, Replicant D6's homage to the golden days, or should I say, golden eyes of 90s console shooters, and an atmospheric sci-fi adventure on the Red Planet from Frontier Developments and Kyoken Interactive. Let's take a look.
Let's see what we got. So we got a retro-looking homage to 007. To GoldenEye. I got interesting. It's not the same if the aiming's good. You can't have good aiming in a GoldenEye game. Come on now. Oh, you can make your own campaigns? Okay, that's pretty cool. N64 auto aim. Agent 64, spies never die. Like, you better make me aim with like the directional buttons, like the arrows on my keyboard. You let me aim with my mouse. I'm sorry. No.
Sarah? Ryan? This is Kathy. Can you hear me?
Do you have another Surviving on Mars game?
Mission Opera has only one objective. Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home.
Oh, back home.
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I need to know that when we get there, you'll make the right decisions.
Okay, this looks interesting.
We can do this.
This has some Tomb Raider vibes.
On Mars.
Deliver us Mars. That looks interesting. Deliver us Mars.
Hi, my name's Elise Chappell.
Comes out in
and I play
September.
Kathy Johansson in the out-of-this-world sci-fi epic Deliver Us Mars. Join Kathy and the crew of the
So these people also have another series called Deliver Us the Moon.
Vital to the survival of Earth and humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th and is available to pre-order now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store.
Yeah, Deliver Us the Moon came out in
Stay a
2019.
while and listen.
Stay a while and listen.
To this
Haha.
list of games still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as in us creating an actual time paradox, we're going to show you the latest from Victoria 3. Plus, you can literally scare your entire butt off with the creeping horror of Gloomwood. All this and more in just a moment, but
Drink
first,
water, nyall.
a final
Meow.
pop quiz for all you Valorant, CSGO, and League of Legends players. How much has esports revenue increased since 2016? Compass Data Centers wants to hear your guess, and you can scan this QR code on the screen for a chance to win a $500 Razer gift card. Visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com to enter. Alright, and now, back to the show.
Up next, we're going to take a look at Stormgate, the highly anticipated real-time strategy game from Frost Giant. Then our resident RTS
Oh,
addict is going to
Stormgate's
sit
on my
down
wish
with the
list.
game developers to ask the hard-hitting questions like, when can we play this
So,
already?
the only thing we've seen for Stormgate so far was a cinematic trailer. But I don't remember seeing much gameplay. Actually, I don't think there was like any gameplay in the original trailer. But I'm looking forward to this one because of the people working on it.
2 years ago, our team assembled with a shared vision to build a brand new real-time strategy game. Together, we've been fortunate to work on some of the greatest RTS games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share a first glimpse of Stormgate, an exclusive sneak peek into the universe and game that we've been creating.
Pre-alpha in-game footage.
Stormgate takes place in an all-new post-apocalyptic setting where science fiction and fantasy collide. Our story begins hundreds of years in Earth's future, following the near extinction of humanity. This great calamity was caused by the Infernal Host, a playable alien race of demonic invaders that are hell-bent on claiming this planet as their own. With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe, told through an ongoing series of campaign missions that you can play solo or cooperatively. New chapters will come out regularly, along with new units, maps, modes, and plenty of other surprises. In addition to campaign missions, we're building a world-class competitive experience with grassroots and professional tournaments accessible from directly within the game. There will be different leagues suitable for all levels of experience. In our new 3-player co-op versus AI mode, you'll level up your heroes, collect
3-player?
rewards, and customize your forces to
That
open
sounds
up
fun.
new
I like
styles
the
of
idea of
gameplay and
3-player
long-term
co-op
variety.
in RTS. Did you say 3?
Stormgate will be free to play,
Free to
but
play.
not pay to win, and there will be no NFTs.
No NFTs.
Beta testing starts next year, and you can sign up now to reserve your place in line at playstormgate.com.
You might happen to know that I'm a huge fan of real-time strategy games. StarCraft is my favorite game. I played it for 25 years. I still play it, and that's why I am so thrilled today to be talking to Frost Giant Studios. They're a group of amazing developers who have worked on literally my favorite games of all time. And we're here to talk about their brand new, free-to-play, real-time strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's Stormgate. And here to talk about it is the CEO and production director at Frost Giant,
person.
Tim Morton. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me here.
I want to know about the world. I want to know about the game. Tell us, what is Stormgate?
All right, this is our first game as a new studio, and it is classic real-time strategy, but designed to be more social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but provide different kinds of experiences for players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got cooperative campaign mode, also play open-ended co-op, but if you're somebody who really enjoys competition, we've got 1 versus 1, high skill, competitive. And those are very different ways to play in some ways, but they're also all unified by the universe, by the races, by the units. So you really get a sense for how to enjoy the game.
And I'm curious a little bit about that core gameplay, because obviously in all these modes you're going to be collecting money, building bases, building units, and so on. And I know that for you, the game feeling really good and really smooth to play is super important. Now, obviously, I I come from a time where if the pathfinding is bad, we call that high skill opportunity. But I mean, how do you think about getting the controls, the motions, just the feel of the game to feel good in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting that RTS is one of the only genres I can think of where you have to have hundreds, even thousands of units synchronized over the network and responsive in a way that high skill, like pro esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy. It does require custom technology. There's no engine that you buy off the shelf that does that for you. So we definitely started knowing that and having the benefit of our chief architect, James Anhalt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort into that for sure.
And this is going to be one of the first major RTSs people are aware of that is on Unreal Engine 5. What is it like working
Oh, it's on
with this
Unreal Engine 5?
It's pretty incredible how far
Okay.
things have come from a graphics perspective, and I think the art team is unlocked in so many ways by what Unreal provides. So we're very excited. We're still learning everything that Unreal can do for us, but even that first cinematic that we debuted, like that's done in Unreal. So the high quality graphics that you're seeing are actually coming from Unreal as an engine.
So you've talked a little bit about, for new players, making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach that?
So a lot of the emphasis around our thinking has been focused on what are things that we can add, especially around the gameplay experience. And one of those things is more seamless integration with esports. I mean, being able to sign up, participate in tournaments directly from the client in a way that gives players, even if you're not like top grandmaster, ready to take on Cyril, there's still an opportunity to be the best on your block or the best at your company or the best at your school. So we want to facilitate esports all the way from grassroots level up to the pro level directly in the client.
So, of course, in the
I mean,
history
that's
of
really
RTS
cool.
games, a really important component of them has always been mods. I mean,
Yes,
Warcraft
mods,
creators,
baby.
players that didn't even play the original game. They just did custom mode after custom mode. Does Stormgate have modding? How are you thinking about the modding community?
A number of members of the Frost Giant team actually came out of the modding community. The team as a whole is very passionate about it. From the outset, we started out applying resources to build a custom editor. I think there's a lot of opportunity to make improvements to the editing experience for RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to be able to share their mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all. When can we play the game and how do we play it, Tim?
So we are going to start our beta in 2023. We already have a site stood up at playstormgate.com to be able to register for the beta. We have a lot of active discussion topics on our subreddit as well, so there's an opportunity to participate in the dialogue around what we're building.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us again today. We just got a chance to talk about
there we go. That's
Stormgate, the upcoming
some
free-to-play
good
RTS
RTS
from
news.
Frost Giant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play it, and be sure to check it out at playstormgate.com. Now, Tim, I'm going to do a transition to the next game. Are you ready? This is going to be good. Watch this. It's going to be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Leysara, Summit Kingdom from Quite OK Games. Now, as someone who has spent a medically inadvisable amount of time playing strategy games of all sorts, this looks incredibly up my alley. And it looks a lot safer than my last attempt to create society in the mountains. 2 words to yodeling accident. Let's check it out.
What? So what is this one? Okay, so weather has effects. That's an avalanche. Okay, build some farms. Is this an RTS or is this more like a city builder? Ooh, I like the bridges. I like city builders. Yeah, I like this. So Leysara? Leysara? Play Sara. Found it. Add to wish list. It's another Valheim game. Is this an MMO? Or is this another Valheim? Because we got crafted. Frozen Flame was out this fall.
That was Frozen Flame, an open-world survival RPG from Dreamside Interactive, where you'll embark on a fantasy adventure.
It's listed as similar to V Rising and
A cursed
Valheim.
land full of environmental hazards.
There's also a
and
demo
massive
for that
monsters
one.
Doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd want to build a cozy home with your friends, but instead you'll be raising fortresses.
Yeah,
and
there's a
trying to
demo
tame the
for,
world, eventually growing
Frozen
tough
Flame.
enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything.
Minecraft MMO, yeah. I don't know about Minecraft, Kochi. It's they made a good point listing it as similar to Valheim.
So you can
That's
jump
what it
in or
looks
grab some
to me
co-op
anyway.
buddies and
That's
see
what it
how
reminds
long
me
you can
of.
survive for right now.
Mm.
And keep an eye
How are you
out
doing
for
today,
early access
Kochi?
launch later this year.
Got a premiere.
If you could listen to the noise of history, then you would hear by the sounds of the Victorian age that the world changed forever. The roar
Oh, is this
of the
Victoria
engines,
3?
the bangs from new factories, and the cries in the streets calling out for revolution. In Victoria 3,
It is Victoria
simulates
3.
This era, 100 years starting in 1836, and put you in charge of a young society.
Okay, so the UI looks very Crusader King. This looks very Anno. And it's listed as similar to Civilization on Steam.
Groups with needs and desires.
Might be something you enjoy, Aldi.
Listen to their calls and let it influence reform, or turn a deaf ear to protect what is proven and stable. Your politics will decide where you want to go. But your
Let's
economy,
see.
how
You
far
finished
you'll
gaming?
come.
Gotta cut down on gaming for the next few days.
Trade and
You
construction.
did sports,
Play
then
these
Deep
cards
Rock.
right,
Deep
and you
Rock,
can
what's Deep
harness
Rock?
The Industrial Revolution to turn your cities into titans. This is the engine you will need on the global stage. Use packs,
Yeah, what's Deep Rock,
threats, and
Kochi?
bluffs
I know
to
sports,
secure
you're talking
your
about
place
Switch
in the
Sports.
sun. Anything done by war can be achieved with diplomacy. But you can decide.
You mean
when
the
push
multiplayer dwarf game?
comes to shove.
That's what I'm thinking. But Deep Rock?
Here you write the stories, and over time, the history of your world.
But yeah, Victoria looks like a mix between Anno, Crusader Kings, and Civilization.
Society be like? What is the sound that will echo over continents and be heard over the noise of time as you create your grand tomorrow?
Your Grand Tomorrow 2022. Steam doesn't have a release date. So it seems like they don't either.
The gameplay debut of Victoria 3 from Paradox Interactive, a grand strategy game coming later this year. And let us take this moment to let you know you can wish us Victoria 3 by visiting the PC Gaming Show event page
Wait,
on
so
Steam,
it's
where you'll
Paradox
be able to find
making
every
this,
game
right?
featured in today's show. Type pcgamer.com/wishlist into your browser to be taken straight there. And now on with the show.
Yeah, Paradox does Stellaris and Crusader Kings. Does all those games. No wonder it looks similar. New Blood. A medieval. It's a high action. This reminds me of Ultra Kill Act 2. Bella has Ultra Kill. Ultra Kill is a crazy fast shooter. I suggest Ultra Kill. Faith? I don't know Faith, but Ultra Kill 2. Ultra Kill 2 isn't showing up on Steam. Bella would be super into that though. Drink water, y'all.
What's up, PC gamers? We're back again. Now, what you just saw was everything New Blood's got going on for 2022. A Medieval the Black Labyrinth, Ultra Kill Act 2, Faith, Fallen Aces, and a brand new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons that nobody asked for. So we're doing it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed we teased a bunch of games here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And we're still not ready to talk about those games. But I want to let you know that yes, we're still working on a top-down shooter. Yes, we're still working on a Fallout-style RPG, my dream game. And yes, we're still working on a car combat game. But we're not ready to talk about those games just yet. What I want to talk about is Gloomwood. Now, 2 years ago, y'all straight up forgot to show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you bumped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised we would get to show Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on a Steam Deck ad right now or some shit, I'm gonna...
Steam Deck. Powerful, portable, PC gaming.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy? I will drown this puppy. I will, if you don't let us show Gloomwood, I am going to drown this adorable... I would never do that. So yeah, we good? No. Can we show Gloomwood? Are you sure? Well, all right.
Yeah, this studio is silly. LD, it's like Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital is also very silly.
Hello, Doctor. I had hoped for us to meet at my estate. No matter. I can.
Oh, I like this inventory system.
A promise few others here can make. The townsfolk are not fond of outsiders. Don't delay.
Gloomwood. It's very much a New Blood game.
There's only one thing I like more than playing New Bloods games, and that's probably the URLs they make for them. It wouldn't be a PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in human history. Which is why I'm delighted to share that next, we have a group of such games that run the gamut from medieval mayhem to an adorable animal fight club. And our first rule?
Animal Fight Club.
We absolutely plan to talk about it.
Animal Fight Club? Wait, don't we have, like, party games that do that already? Puzzle games?
Corrupted what? Why is it always doing this just when I need to showcase the game? Okay, I'm gonna take that. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes, I have.
The update to System 10.1.1 will provide a clean sorting of all your files and ensure that situations like this won't ever happen.
Oh, no. Nobody's updating me. That's the thing. Nope. Haha, thank you, but we'll pass. Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go rummage into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you.
What?
Talk about how cool I am in the story and how funny and witty. You know, just talk about me.
It's a story inside of a phone. An OS that doesn't want to update. Maybe it should update.
Found it. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer. Okay, who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup in 14.4 pixels? Do we have any ants working for us?
It's gonna be cute. Yeah. You can wishlist now on Steam. Yeah, it is cute.
The survival of thy noble family depends on their ability to rule the city.
This looks like Grimworld, but medieval.
And to learn. Oh, if only it were that easy.
Yeah, this looks like Grimworld, but or Prison Simulator. Or is it Prison Tycoon is the name of the game? Norland.
I don't know what you're up to.
It's them fighting herds. Isn't it them fighting herds? So this was originally a My Little Pony fighting game, but Hasbro gave them a cease and desist on using My Little Pony characters for it. So they just made it with a bunch of other animals. It's actually a pretty good fighting game. I think Bella will be happy to see an update for them fighting herds. Okay. Wait, is this Core Keeper, Aldi? Kind of looks like Core Keeper, doesn't it? Or is this too pixelated for Core Keeper? Or is this... No, that's a little too Stardew Valley, isn't it? There's like a lot of players on screen now. It is Core Keeper. Sunken Sea update. It is Core Keeper. No wonder it looks like Core Keeper.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the sandbox survival sim from Fireshine Games and Pugstorm. The Sunken Sea biome update is available on June 15th for all Core Keeper players. Now we have even more twists and turns and trailers, so press enter to continue. Did you press it? I'm gonna go ahead and assume you pressed it. No, but seriously, press it.
If I press enter, things happen. I won't press enter.
Life can be harsh everywhere. But in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city.
This looks like a tie-on game.
Some of us decided that it was
Drink water,
time to
Nyall.
leave, that we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. But this wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
Farthest Frontier. I'll pass on that one. It could be good, but I really don't have enough info there. World premiere. That character looks like a nath. Goblins Publishing.
What is below is destined to be understood. Our life depends on the whims of the weather. Our life is tied to this earth.
The water we harvest, the plants we grow, the air we filter. Any waste would be fatal to our survival.
We must learn to live in harmony with this world.
This reminds me of our walking game, Elding.
From now on, our city will be a source of
It is not the walking game. Oh, but it has a system like Frostpunk. I like these city builders where you get to make a lot of choices. Yeah, Wandering Village.
To understand our world, we must explore it.
The art reminds me of Wandering Village.
The seeds of knowledge that bind all the elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
Synergy.
Welcome to Icarus, Prospector.
Icarus?
The planet
I thought this game's out already. Is Icarus out yet, or is it still in early access?
Take it from me. This place wants you dead. But we've made progress. Learned the lay of the land. How to use Icarus to our advantage. Our friends at the UDA are offering up a slice, a whole new terrain.
A whole new terrain?
Build and survive. Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I guess Game Edge is going to be playing Icarus again. This game blew up last year.
Think you got what it takes?
But I want to say that was early access. Oh, free DLC.
In the rich tapestry of the PC gaming community, modders are one of the most inspiring subcultures. In fact, some of the most popular genres today started as PC gaming mods. Right now, modders Sean FMP1 Snelling and Corey Latto are making something incredibly special in the
Half-Life
form of an
Alyx.
ambitious mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called Levitation. It's an original 4 to 5 hour campaign that builds on Valve's original VR game, Half-Life Alyx. With
I'm gonna have to
Alyx
check
searching
this
for
one
a pair of
out.
rebels gone rogue, They've discovered a strange floating building in Sector X and decided to investigate it, against orders, obviously, and now it's your turn. Let's go back to the world of Gordon, G-Man, and Alex with this exclusive gameplay footage.
Alex, according to this old Resistance map, there's a control room somewhere outside the building you're in. Sorry if that's vague, the map was drawn using somebody's blood.
I'll definitely need to check this one out. Surprised this is the first like VR game we've seen for this year's PC Gaming Showcase. The sound is very out of sync. In case y'all are wondering, it's very out of sync for me. Being that it's VR, it could just be the recording. But I feel like they would have fixed that before making a trailer, right? Oh, you never played Half-Life? I mean, you don't need to play Half-Life, but Half-Life Alyx is worth trying out. It's a good game. It's one of the better PC VR games.
Alex, I'm detecting an incredibly large energy signature up ahead.
Not sure if you'd like it though, Kochi. It's a shooting, slightly spooky game.
Definitely.
Not really spooky, but you might get spooked by it.
Okay, so the plan is to get to that control room and get Gordon. Oh boy.
But yeah, it's definitely a shooter. So, I'm not sure if you'd be into this one, Kochi. That was a bad call, friend. To be honest, it's doing a pretty good job of showing off like a VR game, you know? In a live stream, usually showing off VR games doesn't go well. But this is the type of game where it's like just seeing what the player's doing with their hands shows like how much freedom there is in this VR space. So yeah, usually developers are really bad about showing off their VR games, or like how they go about it to make it, you know, it's that's kind of gross. I gotta sneeze. There we go. Drink water, y'all. Solve your little puzzles. I'm gonna deal with that giant thing. Well, this is looking really good considering it's a mod, right? I feel like there's a lack of music now.
Three cells left. Oh boy.
There's something big in here. You hear it moving?
Well, folks, this is the end.
Is it the end?
We learned a lot today about ourselves, about computers, about genetically engineered space marines. And with so many games on the way, there has truly never been a better time to be part of the PC gaming community.
Over the course of the last 2 hours, we saw games from developers all over the world, and we wanted to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the show. All the developers who shared their work with us.
Mika and
of
Sean
course,
Platt work
all
really
the
well
partners
together.
for their help bringing the PC gaming show to life.
I feel like I'm just fangirling this whole time over Sean
Install your
Platt.
firmware
I love
updates.
Sean Platt.
And tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you can find one, let me know. And of course, a warm thanks to you again for joining us at this year's PC Gaming Show. It's something I look forward to every year, and we're thrilled that you joined us again. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.
All right, there we go. And that is the end of the PC Gaming Show.
This is the official PC Gaming Show 2022 pre-show. It's the live show before the pre-recorded show. Go to the start. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Replenish your potions and motion. Let's do it again. This is the first time. But before I spiral further into my concerns, here's more. All right, one more time. You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer. You want perfect? Watch this. Chart. So, now we're all rested up. Let's enjoy a slice of that cyberpunk life. Experience we skipped the whole line. We accidentally the whole line. We have come to the end of our show at long last. With so many, I saw my spit fly out.
Oh my god.
Get you, man.
I'm good.
And also, I ate a Snickers, so I want to make sure there's no just chocolate in my teeth.
Okay, this blooper reel, I wasn't expecting it.
Chocolate in my mouth.
The 5.5 gigahertz Core i9 12900KS with a 32 gigabyte of DDR. I was doing so well. God, there were so many numbers all at once.
And game reveals to share with you, which can only mean one thing. It's countdown time. There's a LaCroix burp. It's very close to the surface. It's not a heart attack, it's just a burp. All right, I'm going to do the take. It's gonna happen, maybe.
I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
Get ready to overclock your eyeballs because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with more than 3 Chrome tabs open. If your gaming chair came with a seatbelt, then strap in because this next trailer goes from 0 to 100 real quick. And I just got off the phone with my doctor and he was like, exclusive gameplay levels are critically low. And I want to fix that like immediately.
That sounds very improv because that's the kind of stuff he would say in a live stream.
We're going. It's the first time I'd seen any of those words, but I just kept pushing it. There's no break. I just kept going. I was like, this is the most crazy. This read is insane. I was like, cry. I don't know why I'm this way. But that's what I decided to do, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, now we're done with the PC gaming show. The blooper reel was definitely worth sticking around for. No. But yeah, that's it. This should be. I don't know what else we have left for. I think it's good. Can I go to a different website? Are we good? I didn't mean to pause. Let's see what happens if I put it at 2 times speed. Let's get that music going faster. Pretty sure it's over. Okay, it's over. Let's hide chat. Yeah, it's over. So let's see. Summer Games Fest. I like this music though. Might leave it going for a little bit. Or no, it's gone. All right, Summer Game Fest. What do we have left? So tomorrow night we're gonna have the Capcom showcase. Updates on previously announced games. Nah. And then way over here on the 21st is the Multiversus Pro Player Showcase. So, yeah, I think we're done with Summer Game Fest as far as what we're going to be streaming. This has been a fun little ride. I really enjoyed the PC gaming show. So let's see. What do we have next coming up on the schedule? I'm going to just throw... Let's hide this. Okay, we'll leave that little message up. Let's check out on Twitter real quick. And there's only 14 minutes left in our there's only 14 minutes left in our little poll here. What we got here? Yeah, we only got 14 minutes left in our poll. That's going to decide, where we're going to be playing our new characters in Final Fantasy XIV. As of right now, it looks like we're going to be playing on Sephiroth on the Materia server. We're going to be playing on Sephiroth on the Materia data center in the Oceanian region. There we go. That's all the words. So unless something changes in 15 minutes, we're locked into Sephiroth. Let's see. I am hungry, so I'm going to make noises with my mouth because I got tongue-tied, but I am hungry. So I want to take a break and get me something to eat. And hopefully, I mean, I'm also really tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. We went fishing this morning. But once I figure out what we're gonna do for food, I would like to start streaming 14 tonight. I'm gonna be starting a new character, more than likely on Sephiroth, because I doubt there's gonna be more votes in the next 12 minutes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna be playing as our Lalafell. I should have a picture of our Lalafell. I say our Lalafell. I mean, I do have thumbnail. Open this. Yeah. I could show that. Chrome. Boom. There we go. That's gonna be our thumbnail for our stream. But we're gonna be bringing back Grenela Cross. And she is going to be the character that I'm going to be playing on Sephiroth. And we're going to be playing with Kochi. I don't know if Kochi's still here, but it is the plan that we're going to be starting new characters there. Kochi, I don't know if Kochi's announced the date she's going to start playing. But we will be playing together in the future. My goal is to start off and knock out some of the early game stuff and start prepping for that eventual stream. So I'm gonna get ready. I'm probably gonna start off as an archer in Gridania, and I plan on maybe switching to monk. I'm looking at playing DPS on this character, and I want to kind of try out monk from the beginning, learning stuff as we go. Because I haven't played monk in a long time, and I like the idea of learning through that gradual progression. Also, probably gonna do some crafting, and looking forward to probably getting the max level fisher in one day because ocean fishing is busted on double XP servers. But yeah, I think from here we're gonna go ahead and call it. Let's see. You're trying to sleep and listen to Anna PC. Okay. That's fine. Anna ASMR ending soon. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna be ending stream here. Very shortly. I will be back later, maybe. It depends. I'm pretty tired and hungry, and I'm worried that once I eat, I'm gonna want to go to sleep. But if that doesn't happen, I'll start streaming tonight. If it does happen, I'll start streaming 14 tomorrow. But yeah, that's our plans. Or that's my plan for what we're going to be doing for the next set of streams is playing 14. So yeah, thank you all for coming to hang out. I hope you enjoyed watching Summer Game Fest and all the different showcases. I hope I was at least entertaining. Otherwise, you could have just watched those streams without watching it through me. But could always go back and watch the 4K version. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing because, especially the Xbox stream was oof. You would think that a company that owned its own streaming platform would understand encoding and bit rates for streaming. But you can't win them all. So I highly suggest if there was something you were interested in, going and looking for the 4K streams. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out. I hope to see y'all soon in Final Fantasy XIV. As always, if you enjoyed the stream, please consider leaving a like. If you want to be notified about future streams, please consider subscribing. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye, y'all.